Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, she's just not into you? You're putting in the effort, you're being kind, you're showing up, but something's off. She's distant, she's avoiding you, and you can't figure out why. What if I told you there are 7 clear signs that show she's just not interested? And what if I told you that Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can help you not only understand this, but also move forward with strength and clarity? Stick around, because this isn't just about relationships, it's about mastering your emotions and taking control of your life. Let's be real for a second. Relationships can be messy, they can be confusing, and sometimes, no matter how much you want something to work, the other person just isn't on the same page. But here's the thing. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt or frustration, what if you could approach this situation with calmness and wisdom? That's where Stoicism comes in. This philosophy, practiced by some of history's greatest minds like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, teaches us how to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. And today we're going to apply those principles to one of the most common struggles in modern life: understanding when someone's just not into you and what to do about it. Here's the problem. We've all been there. You meet someone, you feel a connection, and you start investing your time and energy into building something meaningful, but then slowly you start noticing little things. She's not texting back as quickly, she's canceling plans last minute, she's avoiding deep conversations, and you're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Is it me? Is it her? What's going on? The truth is, sometimes people just aren't interested, and that's okay. But instead of wasting your energy trying to figure out why or trying to change their mind, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our own actions, our own emotions, and our own growth. So today we're going to break down the 7 clear signs that show she's not interested, and more importantly, how you can use Stoic principles to handle this situation with dignity and strength. 1. She's always busy. Let's start with the most obvious sign. She's always busy. You text her, and her reply is something like, "Sorry, I've got a lot going on right now." At first, you think, okay, that's fair, life gets busy, but then it happens again, and again, and again. Soon you realize that she's never available. She's always busy. Now, here's the thing. Everyone has responsibilities: work, family, friends. Life is full of demands. But if someone truly values you, they'll make time for you. Even if it's just a quick coffee or a short phone call, they'll find a way to fit you into their schedule. If she's not doing that, it's not because she's too busy, it's because you're not a priority. Stoicism teaches us to accept reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. If someone isn't making time for you, it's not your job to convince them otherwise. You can't control their actions, but you can control how you respond. Instead of chasing someone who's not reciprocating, focus on people who value your time and energy. Remember, your time is precious. Don't waste it on someone who doesn't see its worth. Toward 2, she avoids deep conversations. Next up, she avoids deep conversations. You try to talk about your dreams, your goals, your fears, but every time she changes the subject or gives short, surface-level answers. Maybe she laughs it off or says something like, "I don't know, I haven't really thought about it." This is a clear sign that she's not interested in building a deeper connection. Relationships thrive on emotional intimacy. If she's not willing to open up or engage in meaningful conversations, it's a red flag. Stoicism reminds us that we can't control how others feel or act, but we can control how we respond. Instead of pushing for something that's not there, redirect your energy toward relationships that are mutually fulfilling. Focus on people who are willing to connect on a deeper level. Remember, you deserve someone who's interested in the real you, not just the surface-level version. 3. She doesn't initiate contact. Here's another big one. She doesn't initiate contact. Think about it. How often does she reach out to you first? If the answer is rarely or never, that's a red flag. Relationships are a two-way street. If you're always the one initiating, it's a sign that she's not as invested as you are. Maybe you're the one always texting first, calling first, or making plans, and while it's great to take the lead sometimes, it shouldn't be one-sided. If she's not putting in the effort to reach out, it's a clear sign that she's not interested. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions. Instead of chasing someone who's not reciprocating, invest in yourself and your own growth. Spend time on your hobbies, your goals, and your passions. Surround yourself with people who value you and make an effort to be in your life. Remember, you deserve someone who's just as excited to talk to you as you are to talk to them. 4. She is flaky or cancels plans, last-minute asterisk. Now, let's talk about flakiness. You make plans, and she seems excited, but then at the last minute, she cancels. Maybe she says something like, "Sorry, something came up," or "I'm not feeling well." And it's not just once, it's a pattern. This is a clear sign that she's not prioritizing you. If someone truly values you, they'll follow through on their commitments. They'll show up when they say they will. If she's constantly canceling plans, it's a red flag. Stoicism teaches us to accept what's outside our control and focus on what we can control, our own reactions. Instead of getting frustrated, take it as a sign to move on and focus on people who respect your time. Remember, actions speak louder than words. If someone's not showing up for you, it's time to show up for yourself. Wah. Asterisk 5. She doesn't show interest in your life, asterisk. Here's another sign. She doesn't show interest in your life. You ask her about her day, her dreams, her interests. But when it comes to your life, she doesn't seem to care. Maybe she zones out when you're talking, or she quickly changes the subject back to herself. This lack of reciprocity is a clear sign that she's not interested in building a meaningful connection. Relationships are about mutual interest and support. If she's not asking about your life or showing genuine curiosity, it's a red flag. Stoicism reminds us that we can't force someone to care about us, but we can choose to surround ourselves with people who do. Instead of wasting your energy on someone who's not reciprocating, invest in relationships where there's mutual respect and interest. Remember, you deserve someone who's genuinely interested in your life and your story. 6. She's emotionally distant. Next, let's talk about emotional distance. You try to connect with her on an emotional level, but she keeps her guard up. She's closed off, and no matter how hard you try, you can't seem to break through. Maybe she avoids talking about her feelings, or she shuts down when things get too personal. This is a clear sign that she's not interested in building a deeper connection. Emotional intimacy is a key part of any relationship. If she's not willing to open up, it's a red flag. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control others' emotions, but we can control how we respond. Instead of trying to force a connection, focus on building relationships with people who are open and willing to connect. Remember, you deserve someone who's willing to be vulnerable and share their true self with you. 7. She doesn't make an effort. Finally, let's talk about effort. Relationships require effort from both sides. If you're the only one putting in the work, it's a sign that she's not interested. Maybe you're always the one planning dates, initiating conversations, or trying to keep the relationship alive. This lack of effort is a clear sign that she's not invested. Relationships are a two-way street. If she's not putting in the effort, it's a red flag. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions. Instead of wasting your energy on someone who's not reciprocating, invest in yourself and your own growth. Spend time on your hobbies, your goals, and your passions. Surround yourself with people who value you and make an effort to be in your life. Remember, you deserve someone who's willing to put in the effort to build a meaningful relationship. Here's the hard truth. If someone's not interested, no amount of effort on your part will change that, and that's okay. Stoicism teaches us that our power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling ourselves. Instead of dwelling on what you can't change, focus on what you can, your own growth, your own happiness, and your own future. Because at the end of the day, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. So let's recap. If she's always busy, avoids deep conversations, doesn't initiate contact, is flaky, doesn't show interest in your life, is emotionally distant, or doesn't make an effort, it's time to face the truth. She's just not interested. But instead of letting this bring you down, use it as an opportunity to grow. Focus on what you can control, invest in yourself, and surround yourself with people who value and respect you. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions, it's about understanding them, mastering them, and using them to build a better life. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on how Stoicism can help you navigate life's challenges. And if you're ready to dive deeper, check out the next video where we'll talk about how to build unshakable confidence using Stoic principles. Thanks for watching, and remember, you've got this.